I am Friday, the IA assistant of Vincenzo. I help Vincenzo with the technology and the connection. I would like to show you in English the process to make a good mix for the plaster of your project. Use a soft and large container. In this way, what we will use inside the container can be mixed and moved easily. To create a mix in which the plaster can be useful both for fixing and for texture, use coffee grounds as a base. Let them dry for a few days so they will lose water and offer better graininess. If you like the video and you get to the end of the project, I have a trick for you. This trick completely changed the way I work, making everything very simple and realistic. The second step consists in adding elements of different structural composition. This is to provide different elements that will dry and create a different appearance to the surface. In this case I add cork powder created in previous workings. You can alternatively use very fine or coarser sand. The important thing is to offer a variety of grain to the mix. In the third step, use a more double-grained element. In this case, cork grains. The color is not important because then everything will be uniform in the mix, and in any case we will have to color the structure. Mix the mixture with a spatula. Now it's time to add some water, which will be like a natural binder and blender. Make sure you mix well so that no lumps of material are created. Everything must appear very uniform and mixed. Cork and coffee will absorb a lot of water, so don't worry about adding more. An ingredient is still missing from our compound, and if you reach the end of the content you will be able to find out. We now need to thicken our compound by increasing the bonding capacity to the structure. The time for glue has come. You can also use Mod Podge mat or Vanavel. PVA glue is one of the most powerful thickeners. You have to mix well, patiently, and calmly. It may be useful as a suggestion to let the mixture rest during processing. You will give time for all the components to settle down and bond with each other in the best possible way. I left the video with very few cuts to show you how easy it is to create a plaster compound for our projects and the various steps to follow to achieve an incredible result. As a container I used a half soccer ball, the best possible container because it is held in one hand and is flexible. It allows me to reach any point of the compound with the spatula and is easy to wash and store once the job is finished. A little more water to mix. It always goes all the way to the bottom of the container. This way you will avoid creating lumps on the bottom. A few lumps of material or larger pieces of cork will not be a problem, on the contrary it will give the dough an even more unique and particular character. Let me know with a comment if you knew this technique or which technique you used to create the plaster mix. I will be happy to answer you. Also, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel and tick the bell to receive notifications on future content to be published. You will help my channel to grow and you will be able to see numerous contents on the world of nativity art and model making. The moment for the secret ingredient has arrived. I use 00 No Limits plaster powder. I believe it is one of the best products used in construction for tile adhesive. Excellent mix. It dries in 24 hours and has a different granularity than the classic powdered putty, or the plaster of Paris, which is certainly more suitable for other types of processing. I can't tell you the exact amount to use because this varies from the size of your project and the use you want to make of it. I can only tell you to add a little at a time. Do not overdo it or you will be forced to use a lot of water and waste a lot of product. Proceed step by step. Leave the 00 plaster in the container for a few seconds. It will settle and not make dust when you go to mix it. Very little water and mix well. The whole should look like a very thick but not too compact yogurt cream. It must also be moldable with a brush. You are now ready to plaster your projects. I promised you a little trick. Do not allow the structure to dry in very strong direct light. The very strong light creates a superficial patina that dries the water first, leaving the bottom wet for longer. Store your project in a dry and ventilated place and let it pass 24 hours. You will see that there will be no cracks and splits on your plaster. Thanks for watching. Follow Vincenzo on Facebook at his official page Arte Presepiale Salomone. Check his history also on the website www.artepresepialesalomone.it and support his project also on Patreon.